What's going on, everyone? My name is Miles. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I have a pretty touchy subject. As you guys know, Apex Legends is obviously a battle royale, and I want to talk about why I think battle royale is on a slippery slope. Now, before we go on, I want to say I don't think Apex is dying, nor do I ever plan to stop playing Apex, but there's a problem with the battle royale genre that's just not making it work. Now, as you guys know, I love to improve, I love skill, I love to get better, I love a competitive atmosphere, but there's one thing that Apex Legends has that just makes it really boring to play at a high level, and obviously really boring to watch at a high level sometimes, and that is the fact that it's a battle royale. And the reason I say that is because I feel like battle royale is just meant to be a casual game. It's really fun, it's a cool idea, it's something fun to just drop in. Even though RNG is a part of it, it's not really a big deal because you're just casually playing it. But when you put thousands and millions of dollars on the line and you have really bad RNG in the game, it makes it really less fun. It's really slow pace, and when you watch someone make a big play, you don't really know if they've won the tournament yet. You still have to calculate the points and see how they're doing. And sure, the best teams in the world can still be consistent, but it definitely is more of a struggle to be consistent considering how much RNG there is in the game. And just having to play or even watch the meta of 3 people taking Watson and trapping up a building, trapping up a house, and just camping as ring closes down, and then you've got 12 teams in one of the later rings, like ring 4, and you're just having everyone fight at the same time. It's really not interesting because number 1, you can't keep up with everybody on what they're doing. Number 2, even if someone wins, they could be nearly dead last place in the entire tournament. So if it's a series of 5 games and that one team just did absolutely terrible 4 games in a row, you don't really get hyped for watching them make a big play on game 5 because you're really watching them for no reason because they're not going to win. So I think Apex Legends has had one of the best ideas ever to have a battle royale with legends that have different abilities. The only problem is it's so hard to make an interesting competitive scene when all people do is camp and loot, get unlucky with loot, die to a bad team because they didn't have as good loot because of RNG. So don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stop playing Apex ever because I love the game, nor will I stop making videos on it. All I'm trying to say is that the battle royale genre is really suffering considering the fact in the competitive scene it's just not as interesting. I mean, you tell me. I mean, just think back to X Games when Fnatic won the very last game of the tournament, but yet TSM was still the champion of the X Games. So like, it's really just not as exciting, it's not as hype, it's all about points. It's like watching golf. Number 1, it's really slow pace, and number 2, if someone has a really good hole on the last hole, doesn't mean that they won the tournament, doesn't mean they won whatever they're playing. They still have to calculate their points from all the holes previously before. So you can't ever feel the excitement of a shot right as it happens. You have to figure out the score first, then figure out the excitement that you have. As with traditional CSGO tournaments or League of Legends, as soon as a play happens, you know what's going on, you know the result, and you're standing up cheering. I mean, take a look at these 2 clips and you tell me the difference.
Come out from underneath this bridge, and here we go. The ring, it's going down, and this is where players are going to dance around on top of the zip line. And the arc stars are flying through, though. Shiny gets 2 down. He phases out. He won't be taking any damage here. He's inside the safe area, and Shiny, along with 3 members of Fnatic, still going to be in this game here. Right outside, and Fnatic get the last win. But it was against TSM, and hugs for the team because they know that they did enough to pick up the victory.
Absolutely. Great stuff from Fnatic. We saw the grenade play. We haven't actually seen enough of exactly that kind of a play. That was one of the most masterful and controlled ways we've seen those final circles played. But as you said, Alex, TSM from start to finish, and that's how it had to be, have been so consistent, and they are the team that have been the most impressive.
To work with. Here he comes once again. The first base is a Dren. He's going to hit the ground there as Cold. Oh, what? A jumping double from Cold. What is going on right now? How does he do this?
NRG need this immediately. They've got the kick off in their favor. Kano tries to clear. It is almost there. It just has to hit the floor. Violet Panda puts it a long way, and it's almost there. Justin keeps it alive. Turboposs are there. Bounces into the corner. NRG still around. Justin is there for the shot. Justin! This is Rocket League! They did it! The rookie of the year!
But like I said, I'm not going to stop playing Apex, and I'm not going to stop making videos on Apex and trying to get better at Apex and playing ranked and trying to constantly improve. All I'm saying is that Battle Royale is really struggling right now as a whole because it's just not as interesting as the old traditional tournament bracket goes, team versus team, which is why something recently has sparked my interest in a new game that's coming out this year. If you guys have not heard of it, it's called Project A. Project A is made by Riot Games, the same people that make League of Legends, and it's the traditional 5 versus 5. So it's like a CSGO type game to where you have some sort of objective, I'm sure like a bomb that you can plant or something, and you have 5 teammates, 5 opponents, and then each round you only get 1 life. So if you die, you have to wait till the next round to respawn. But then also it has multiple legends that have different abilities. So imagine like Overwatch, Apex, and CSGO all mixed together to make one game. So it's going to be really interesting, and it's going to make for some really good competitive play. But what I really like about this game is that when someone makes a big play, you can immediately stand up and cheer for your team as soon as that big play happens. You don't have to wait and say, oh, is it enough points? Did they do good overall? Because that's just the one big downfall of PUBG, Fortnite, Apex Legends. Because if someone makes a really big play in a tournament, if they got really unlucky and didn't play as well at the beginning of the tournament in the previous games, that really big play that they made could be all for nothing, and there's no point in getting excited about it. Also, Project A is going to have 128 tick rate servers, which is absolutely insane. So the gameplay is going to be much smoother than you have in Apex. But don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer on Apex. I love the game. I'm still going to keep playing it. I'm still going to be making videos on it, so don't worry about that. I'm just trying to draw exposure for Project A and let you guys know it's going to be a really big esport. It's going to be a really fun game. We aren't sure on a release date for it yet, so you guys will just have to wait and see, but we do know it's coming out this year in 2020. That's going to be it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, my second channel will be down in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to that. Let me know, honestly guys, let me know your opinion about all of this down in the comments below. Let me know what you think about Battle Royale. Do you agree with me? Do you completely disagree with me? What are your thoughts on Project A now that you've seen it, and now that I've showed you the exposure of someone making a big play in Apex and how less exciting it is versus someone making a big play in like CSGO or Rocket League or something like that, since they are a traditional team versus team tournament style, like usually a 16 team double elimination bracket. Let me know if you guys can see my point, see what I'm saying, and if you can agree with that. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.